Folks, it's been a while since I've recorded a video. The views are close to nil in my other videos, but I worry not about that right now. I worry about putting these thoughts, ideas, and information out into the ethos of the internet so that maybe someday someone that really needs these ideas, can use them and maybe expand on what I talk about. Usually I stick to the political, stick to the financial talk, the financial worries that I worry about on a daily basis and the things that go on in the world. Today I'm gonna branch off into a little bit of a conspiratorial, and I must use that term because if I don't use that term, they will label me as a loony. And there are very smart, intelligent people out there on the internet that are making the connections, connecting the dots. But I like to say things in a very plain, layman's terms sort of way. So what I am trying to say, excuse me again, Jesus, this phone is so slippery. What I'm trying to say is that something's going on. Something very big. Something that will change humanity, humans, and civilization forever. It is proposed by many, if you go do your research, read some books and read articles from back in the day, that alien contact has been made. And more specifically at the end of World War II. And it has been proposed that we actually made a deal with such said aliens. That's far out there. That's a far out idea, and I know it sounds crazy, but if you read a couple of books on the topic, I don't want to cloud your judgment by giving you very specific titles, but do look into it. A Pale White Horse is a very important book that you can find out there for free. I can't say any more about that. Now, if you look in the news nowadays, if you watch the news closely, if you read on the front pages of these websites throughout the world, you will see that more and more UFO sightings are being reported as mainstream news. Not too long ago, a whistleblower for the Pentagon, in combination with a very popular artist, exposed the fact that the Pentagon had and has been using a secret program dedicated to UFOs. Now, less than a year ago, President Donald Trump announced the creation of a new military branch called Space Force. For most of you that don't know, when it came to this space exploration / alien / UFO area of the military, it was usually the Air Force and the Navy who was involved with that. Now, An entire branch of the military is being created for this purpose. Okay. We'll take it as it comes. Now, also on the news, for a few years now, Elon Musk, who has obtained millions and millions of dollars in loans from the government, is adamant about colonizing Mars. Okay. The richest man in the world on record, Jeff Bezos, also has a space exploration company, and he has been quoted saying that his aim is to basically conquer outer space and the universe, because he sees that as a system which can support trillions of people. Now, if we dig deeper into his quote when he was interviewed, you will see that he says where he intends for these billions and billions of people to work. Okay? So, Blue Origin, Jeff Bezos' company, and SpaceX, Elon Musk's company, are basically, in a way, government funded. See, Bezos has, if you don't know, a contract with the CIA to store massive amounts of data for them. Now, anybody, it is my contention that if you read history correctly, you will see that the conspiracies that comes from the very top of those who really rule the world, they're not clear pathways. They're not straightaways. And what I mean by that is that usually these elites bet on certain individuals that they believe have the ability to do their bidding. Now, it is my theory and theory only that the government and the elites are actually betting on either Bezos or Musk. Whoever gets it done first, that's who they're going to push forward, push front and center for this colonization of the universe. If you don't believe me, there are also articles that are now talking about space mining. Basically mining comets, other planets, asteroids for renewable resources and for the mining of gold. Okay. Now, I have a podcast, and you can see either I put it up above or down below in this video. I have an episode where I talk about the circle of life. You know, sometimes you just get to thinking and pondering and going deep into your thoughts. And one time, I just sat and thought, you know what? From everything I've been taught in school, from everything that I have read, it is becoming more and more apparent that humans have reached the pinnacle many times. And because of our own ego, because we have wanted to play God, we have either ruined Earth and had to start anew, or the very thing that is being proposed by the elites and Bezos and Musk and many others who think that the future is in AI has been done before. See, if you have the power and the money to basically think of an idea and put it into action, I think it'd be natural for you to start thinking about the possibility of moving to another planet if you feel like Earth is truly headed down the shitter. And excuse my language, but in many ways it is. Morally, it is corrupt. Financially, our systems around the world are collapsing. And maybe it's by design. Maybe it is by design that 90% of people are too lazy to put in the work to actually build an infrastructure that could support any sort of an emergency. And I have been woke to this thought idea and conjecture for only a couple of years. So now I understand that to acquire resources and riches, unfortunately, is the number one priority next to being morally correct about my principles, because my lineage, my genealogy, my people, my branch, my family tree depends on it. This is a topic I could never talk about succinctly and clearly in less than a few hours or without people asking questions. But I put these ideas out there. I would like to know what you think. I will follow up and continue to put seeds of what I think we need to be woken to. You guys have a great weekend. Much love, peace, and respect.